Hi there, Leo. It's September 2024. The past few months of readings that I've been doing here, I think could be considered somewhat of a prelude to what I'm going to say this month, because some very, very important developments in this area of your horoscope, the 8th house. On the 3rd of September, we see a new moon right opposite this sector. This is in the finance area. So you'll see that I'm giving you a little bit of a hint here. The new moon shows a new chapter in the way in which you're dealing with money and resources, the way you earn your income, the definition of value. I've talked about this quite a bit. And on the 3rd, when that new moon triggers these financial components of your life, then it sets in motion these wheels of karma. And 15 days later, I'm going to explain what's going to happen there, because it's quite significant. That's also supported by the fact that Mars moves into the 12th house, a very, very hidden part of your horoscope, on the 5th. It's not a particularly good sector for Mars because it's in the watery sign of Cancer. So it loses a bit of its elemental power, its oomph. Generally, when that planet is in the watery sign, it loses that flame. And you've got to be careful here in this 12th house, because the 12th house is the house of one's own self-undoing. That's where you catch yourself out through these habits of character. And Mars, which is an energetic planet, can become lazy in the water sign. As I said, it loses that power. And where does it lose that power? It loses that power here in the 12th house. 12th house is a spiritually reflective house. It's a meditative house. It's a sector that demands seclusion. It demands that you take the time to look at yourself. So when I talk about laziness, I talk about the fact that it's easier to, put those blinkers on, not have a look at what was happening in the past, which, if you're honest with yourself, is the precursor to the present. On the 18th, here in this 8th house, which is the zone of emotional transformations, it has to do with power struggles, shared resources, money, the money that you share with other people. And let's not forget that Pluto, that naturally transformative planet, is right there. It was it had moved into this 7th house of relationships. Now it's retrograde along with Saturn and Neptune, showing this revisionary period for you. So don't be lazy here, number one, with Mars in that 12th house. You need to muster up the strength to act upon those inner impulses, to look in an unbiased way at your past, to look at your own behavior, to look at your thinking, your feeling, your reactions in the relationships as shown by this retrogression of Pluto, and to delve deeply into this 8th house matter, which are the psychological knots, the psychological complexes that we all have based upon our early upbringing. Now you'll follow the trail of what I just said there with that move of Venus into the 4th house. Venus for you is your ultimate self-image, your reputation, your career. So a lot of what's going on here in terms of this eclipse in the 8th house, the movement of Mars in your 12th house, the transit of the Sun and Mercury in the 2nd house, which is finance, all point to a necessary revision based upon your past. And here Venus, which is your personal reputation, it's also the way you think, is in this 4th house. It receives some challenging aspects on the 27th and the 28th. You don't want to think along these lines. You don't want to put the pieces of the jigsaw together. You need to look at the family emotional inheritance that you have, what's causing some of the issues you're having in your relationship, what's causing this discomfort at the soul level, certainly a psychological level, but that's going to filter down into the deeper areas of your nature, Leo. And until you get all that shit sorted out, you're not going to effectively shine as the true Leo nature that your sun sign suggests is your birthright. So let's get to it. To help you with that, I've got some information there at astrology.com.au. Do follow the links. Please press the like and subscribe buttons. We need your help on that. We don't ask you for money or any of that sort of stuff. There's a lot of free stuff there that's at your disposal. Drop me a line if you want. Stay safe. I'll be here next month. Hope you'll join me again. Bye-bye for now.